English Vibes Podcast.
Nobody cares about you, and that's a good thing.
What it really means to be an adult. Welcome to English Vibes Podcast. Today, we're diving into a topic that everyone thinks they understand, but few truly do. What does it really mean to be an adult? Is it about turning 18, getting a job, or moving out? No. Adulthood is much deeper than that. It's about mindset, responsibility, and emotional growth. Let's break it down together. 1. Growing up is not about age, but awareness. Many people believe adulthood is just about age. But the truth is, some 50-year-olds still act like children, blaming others, avoiding responsibility, and fearing change. Meanwhile, a 20-year-old can have a mature mindset, making thoughtful decisions and taking control of their life. Real adulthood is not measured in years, but in awareness, self-reflection, and responsibility. 2. Understanding how our past shapes us. Our childhood experiences shape us more than we realize. A person who is constantly criticized may struggle with self-doubt, while someone who never received affection might fear intimacy. Becoming an adult means recognizing these patterns and deciding which ones to keep and which ones to break. 3. Accepting that life is unfair. As kids, we expect life to be fair. But as we grow, we realize fairness is a human concept, not a universal law. Bad things happen to good people, and hard work doesn't always pay off immediately. Adulthood is about facing reality without bitterness, learning to navigate life despite its unfairness. 4. Taking full responsibility for your choices. Children blame others. It's not my fault. Adults take ownership. This happened, and now I must deal with it. Even if something is not your fault, it is still your responsibility. Whether it's your job, your health, or your happiness, no one is coming to save you. 5. Learning to say no without guilt. When we're young, we seek approval. We say yes to things we don't want just to avoid conflict. But real adulthood is understanding that no is a complete sentence. You don't need an excuse. Protecting your time, energy, and mental health is a sign of maturity. 6. Knowing that no one owes you anything. It's a tough lesson, but an essential one. People don't owe you kindness, love, or understanding. If they give it to you, it's a gift, not a requirement. When you stop expecting things from others, you start appreciating what they actually give. 7. Mastering emotional control. Maturity isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about controlling how they affect your actions. Anger, sadness, and frustration are normal, but letting them dictate your behavior is childish. Adults pause, reflect, and choose their response instead of reacting impulsively. 8. Overcoming the fear of being alone. In childhood, being alone feels scary. In adulthood, being comfortable with solitude is a superpower. It means you are enough for yourself. You don't need constant distractions or validation. You can sit with your thoughts and be at peace. 9. Dropping the need for external validation. Many people live their lives trying to impress others, buying things they don't need, chasing careers they hate, all to gain approval. But real adults understand that self-worth comes from within. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. 10. Understanding that suffering is optional. Pain is a part of life, but suffering is a choice. We all experience hardships, but dwelling on them or using them as an excuse keeps us stuck. Adults acknowledge pain, learn from it, and move forward. 11. Making peace with your parents' flaws. As children, we expect our parents to be perfect. As adults, we realize they were just people trying their best. Forgiving their mistakes, even if they hurt us, is a sign of emotional maturity. 12. Realizing you will never be ready. Many people delay big decisions because they don't feel ready. The truth is, no one ever feels 100% ready. Whether it's starting a business, moving abroad, or ending a toxic relationship, adults take action despite fear. 13. Choosing growth over comfort. Staying in your comfort zone is easy, but growth happens in discomfort. Maturity is recognizing that struggle often leads to the best results. If something feels challenging, it's probably worth doing. 14. Becoming your own biggest supporter. As kids, we rely on parents and teachers to encourage us. But as adults, we must become our own cheerleaders. No one will push you the way you push yourself. 15. Letting go of past regrets. We all make mistakes. Holding on to guilt or shame only holds us back. Maturity is learning from the past without living in it. 16. Prioritizing peace over drama. Drama is exciting but exhausting. Adults choose stability, consistency, and peace over unnecessary conflicts and toxic relationships. 17. Managing money wisely. Financial independence is a key part of adulthood. It's not about being rich, it's about making smart choices, saving, and living within your means. 18. Accepting that some friendships won't last. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. People change, and that's okay. Letting go of old friendships that no longer serve you is part of growing up. 19. Finding joy in small things. As children, we think happiness comes from big achievements. As adults, we realize true joy comes from simple moments. A good conversation, a quiet morning, a beautiful sunset. 20. Understanding that boring can be beautiful. When we're young, we crave excitement. But as we grow, we learn that a stable, peaceful life is a blessing. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a quiet routine, deep conversations, and calm evenings. That's it for today's episode of English Vibes Podcast. I hope this gave you something to think about. If you enjoyed it, make sure to come back for more deep conversations. Until next time, take care and keep growing.